Cancer, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your November 2018 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. So Cancer, for this reading, I'm using the Mystic Dreamer Tarot deck along with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray, and then I also will be pulling you a Romance Angel Oracle card. Alright, so the overall energy for you guys for the month of November is the Six of Wands. Very nice. So Six of Wands is a very confident energy, so moving forward with confidence. For some of you, you could be being praised or recognized in some way, Cancer. For some of you, this could be on the work front. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, success. Some of you might be in the spotlight in some way. Yeah, coming out on top when it comes to something. So some sort of success coming to you. Right at the center here, right at the start of the month, we have the Empress crossed by the Four of Swords. And the Empress, no matter if you're male or female, for some of you, this is you giving birth to something amazing. So giving birth to something that will be rewarding in many different ways. So some of you, this is success with starting something new. And really that could be anything. That could be a creative project. That could be starting a new business. The Empress represents fertility. That very, very creative energy. And so some of you starting something new, and it will be very rewarding for you. And then those Cancer females with the Empress here, I mean, amazing energy. Some of you definitely could be in the spotlight in some way. If you are a single woman, a lot of people may be attracted to your energy here. With the Empress, you could even be like paying more attention to your looks and things like that. I'm just seeing what else I'm getting with this. You could be a very successful woman. You could be a mother. For other Cancers, maybe a woman in your life is very significant here right at the start of the month. The Four of Swords is a patient energy. You could be waiting on this person. The Four of Swords, some of you might have been waiting to give birth to something new. And if you are starting something new here right at the start of the month, for some of you, you might need to be patient throughout this process. You know, I'm definitely getting that for some of you, but the Four of Swords, some of you could have maybe been unemployed, or you might have had like some sort of downtime. Things might have also felt like they were on hold. With the energy of the Four of Swords, it is a little bit more of a patient or stagnant sort of energy, not much going on. And so for some of you, it's almost like going from not much happening to giving birth and, you know, something beginning here right at the start of the month. For those Cancer women, you know, maybe you need a break, or maybe you need some sort of downtime. Also, Four of Swords is a healing energy. You could even be recovering in some way. Maybe you just went through something, you know, on the health front, and you could be recovering in some way. With that Six of Wands and then the Four of Swords, you know, overcoming some sort of maybe health issue. And now we do have the Fool at your foundation, which also speaks about starting something new, moving down a new path. It might have required some sort of risk or leap of faith. But with the Empress and the Fool, you know, many of you are walking down a new path. Walking down a new path, starting something new. We do have the Ace of Cups in the recent past. I mean, so this is, you know, amazing. Something that will be, you know, emotionally very rewarding for you. But with the Empress, you know, I mentioned, you know, being rewarding in many different ways. So it could be emotionally, it could be financially for some of you as well. Ace of Cups, a beautiful blessing coming in, starting something new here that is going to make you very happy. And it could also be something you're falling in love with. For some of you, this could be a pregnancy. So, you know, maybe this has been a long journey for you. You know, maybe you've had to be very patient for those of you that are conceiving. Now, crowning you, we have the Six of Swords, which is moving on, overcoming challenges. You know, sixes are all about balance and harmony. So this is you moving towards peace of mind, feeling more balanced. For some of you, travel could be coming up here, but you do have a couple of sixes, and I think that some of you definitely maybe had to be patient. You could have dealt with, you know, small little hurdles or challenges, you know, along this path here, but this is you moving on, overcoming those challenges, especially with the Six of Wands here as the overall energy. And then what's interesting is we have the Eight of Cups coming up in the near future. So energy around the second week, we do have the Eight of Cups, which speaks about forward movement as well. So for some of you, you definitely have travel coming up here. It could be physical, and then others, you know, this is maybe emotionally you moving on. Could be letting go of something. You know, you are starting something new here. Focusing on the future here at this time. You know, leaving behind that's no longer serving you, especially emotionally for some of you. Now, in the position of your power, I do have the Lovers card. And so you might be making a very important decision or choice here around the second, third week. This could be why you're moving on or moving forward. Focusing on the future here very much at this time. For some of you, a love relationship is significant. So Ace of Cups in the recent past, maybe some of you have gotten into a new relationship, or the Ace of Cups can even speak about reconciliation. So some of you maybe got back together, or you might have gotten into a new relationship. Here, your relationship could be very significant at this time. Some of you could be making a very important decision about your relationship. Some of you are definitely kind of moving on though. So, you know, maybe a relationship has ended. You could have even met someone new. With the Lovers card, it can represent a three-party situation. And I definitely feel like for some of you, especially with the Empress here as well, which is a 3, for some of you, maybe you're letting go of a relationship to be with someone else. And then the World, which is in the position of how those around you, friends, family, how they're viewing you, I have the World, which speaks about completion. You successfully completing a chapter of your life or a phase of your life, and you're now beginning that next chapter, that next phase. Some of you, travel is coming up for you no matter what. So you could be moving, you could be doing some traveling. Others, you know, a phase or a chapter of your life is completing. And then in the hopes and fears, very interesting, we have the Tower. So for some of you, a Scorpio person might be significant. And if I remember correctly, in the Scorpio reading, the sign of Cancer was significant. So there might be like a Cancer-Scorpio connection. But this is coming up in the hopes and fears. And so the Tower for me is not automatically negative. This can even represent a building or a home that's significant. So some of you could be moving house, or property could be significant. Some of you are hoping for great change. For others, maybe fearing something falling apart, something collapsing. And then energy that you're leaving the month of November with, we do have the Queen of Swords. And so maybe an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person is significant. And if this is your energy, Scorpio, because for some of you, I feel like it is. For some of you, you are maybe walking away, or you are leaving something behind. We see you making a very important decision here, Cancer, in the month of November. For some of you, you're moving on, you're focused on the future, you're ready. Here, for those of you that have to make an important decision, You know, Queen of Swords energy, she can be someone who's using this sword, who's, you know, cutting ties or freeing herself in some way. She's very, very focused, determined, very strong, more serious energy. She's kind of someone who takes her emotions out of it, which you're a water sign, you're a Cancer, so you very much make decisions based on how you feel. And so here, some of you could be kind of detaching emotionally when it comes to a particular matter. That's definitely what I'm getting, because you have to move forward, or you have to move on. You have to make this important decision. So very, very interesting. Let's do some clarifying. Let's take a look at, we will take a look at this 8 of Cups, which is energy around the second week. Clarifying for Cancer, the 8 of Cups. But many of you are starting new beginnings. We have the Empress, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Fool, we have the World, and the 6 of Wands as the overall energy. So you are going to be successful with starting something new, Cancer. And for some of you, you know, you might be very proud of yourself as well when it comes to maybe making decisions, moving on, moving forward. But let's see, let's take a look at this 8 of Cups. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the Lover's card. I feel the need to check out the Lover's card here, which can represent a decision or a choice that you're making. Let's see, let's take a look at the Lover's card for Cancer, the month of November. Interesting. Okay, so looking at this 8 of Cups, we have the 9 of Rods, the World again, and then we have the Knight of Rods. And so some of you have maybe been through a lot. This is a warrior. This is someone who's still standing. They're persevering. They're not giving up. Not giving up easily, that's for sure. This person has a lot of strength, a lot of courage. So we have this 9 of Rods. The World speaks about completion, but also with the Knight of Rods here, travel. So some of you definitely are doing some traveling. I'm definitely getting that. Some of you, you've been waiting to maybe move or waiting to travel. That's coming up for you here in November. For others, you've been maybe waiting on someone or waiting on something, but that wait is over because we have the World. So that's completing. And with the Knight of Rods energy, this is a very fast-paced energy. So normally I always say with the World to have patience because it's a process. But here with this energy, this might be happening a little bit quicker than normally. Here with this Knight of Rods energy, you know, when his energy comes in, something could be happening very quickly or all of a sudden. And then looking at the Lover's card, interesting. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and then the 3 of Pentacles. And so for some of you, this is speaking about letting go. Some of you are worried. 9 of Swords energy could be overthinking things. At this time, needing to take extra good care of yourself. Needing to focus on what it is that you want. 3 of Pentacles is a worker, is a builder, is a creator. So needing to focus on what it is that you want or what it is that you have to do at this time. Maybe letting go and just, you know, having faith. Just having faith, giving it to God for some of you, needing to let go. Maybe needing to make an important decision here. This could be something financial. It could be something on the work front for those of you that it's not on the relationship front. And then for others, you know, again, it might have to do with a third party in some way. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. Cancer, what else does Cancer need to know? Please show me. What else does Cancer need to know? All right, I'm going to choose from these cards here. Cancer for the month of, well, there we go. The month of November. and then I'm also pulling you a Romance Angel Oracle card, but as always, Cancer, over on Vimeo, I do have the Love Tarot Forecast for the month of November over there, and that link is below. Cancer, what else does Cancer need to know? Focusing on love life for November. Interesting. So I want the card that flipped over. Very, very interesting. Okay. And I felt the need to check out the bottom of the deck. I like to do that sometimes, Cancer. And so we do have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. And so for some of you, you know, this message here at the bottom of the deck is very significant. So some of you could be coming together with that person here in November, or maybe you have an important decision to make, you know, in regards to a relationship. The overall guidance card is actually Knight. Be brave and honest. So some of you, you know, need to be brave, need to have confidence with the Six of Wands as the overall energy, need to be strong. You know, maybe ask yourself what it is that you want, what it is that you want. So being honest with yourself. And then, you know, we do have this sort of patient energy for some of you, waiting. For others, you know, here with this Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, needing to overcome fears, anxiety, with the Four of Pentacles, letting go. So for some of you, I think you need to maybe be brave, step up to the plate in some way. You know, be honest with yourself. What is it that you want? For some of you, this might be on the work front. For others, might have something to do with maybe moving. It could also be relationship matters. Absolutely. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning to you. Now, for me, with this deck in particular, I don't take these cards so literally. The message here is the signs are cautioning you. So you are receiving messages from Spirit, especially for those of you that this is on the relationship front. So as far as the direction you should move in, what you should do, really needing to listen to your intuition, needing to be honest with yourself for some of you. But you do have signs and signals. You do have messages coming in. So pay attention to those signs. Some of you, you might be hearing something all the time. Could be on the radio or something like that. They come in many different ways. For some of you on the relationship front, maybe you have to pay attention to the red flags. We know that some of you might need to let go in some way. And, you know, that might be for that handful of people that maybe you are dealing with, like a three-party situation. Because I do have some threes here. And then we also have the Lover's card. Definitely a very interesting reading. 2 sixes though. So for many of you that something wonderful did start here in the recent past. We have the Fool at your foundation. We have the Empress. You know, for those of you that you are starting something new, I think it's going to be a wonderful month for you. You're going to feel more balanced. Like the energy is more balanced and harmonious overall. You are coming out successful with something with the Six of Wands. Some of you, maybe you're just shutting that door because you are starting the next chapter of your life. Maybe it's just a matter of you closing the door on the past and moving on. All right, Cancer. So I do hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you guys a great month.